Hey everyone, welcome to Money Wire Work. Today we're going to be covering Ethereum and its current uptrend. So right now Ethereum has a catalyst on September 19th. It is unconfirmed, but there is a pretty strong rumor that September 19th is when Ethereum is going to move from proof of work to proof of stake. So a lot of people are playing this as a catalyst, and you can see the uptrend. If we go to the actual price action for a second, the current price right now is 1905.50, 1904 flat, kind of bouncing back in between. If we go back to the Heikin-Ashi candles, since about December of 2021, we've been seeing a steady downtrend, and we haven't seen a green candle since that time. So right now we currently have a green doji candle. The month is not over yet, but you're seeing that green doji candle because of the change in momentum and because a lot of people are playing that catalyst. So what will happen to Ethereum after the catalyst? It'll probably take a breather depending on what the rest of the market will do. If the rest of the market is doing pretty well, there will definitely be people taking profits, but then you could potentially see a continuation of this price action and move beyond just a green doji candle to actually a green strong uptrend candle, and we could potentially see these red clouds go away. So I just got rid of the price action for a second. So we're still in this red cloud on the monthly right now. So we'll just track it. We'll continue to see where it goes. I turn this on for people that are playing this catalyst. And if we go down to the weekly, you can see right now we have the downtrend. The trend was signaled by this doji candle, signaled the reverse, and then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green candles on the weekly. So as far as the Heikin-Ashi is concerned, we've had a 5-week uptrend. Okay, we still have some resistance right here. We have the 50-day moving average at 2160 right now, holding pretty strong. We do have a multi-MA as of right now at 2037. Okay, so those are some resistance we have to get over. The VRVP is a little high, around 1850. So there's some resistance that Ethereum is going to meet, and you can kind of see the effect of that right now. If you just pull up the daily, you see a slight potential signal of a reversal. It could come back down and bounce off of this 50 and then come up. Given the fact that this is the daily time frame and we're about a little bit more than a month away from that catalyst, we could still see some upside. I still think we are going to see some upside, but at the end of the day, everything is affected by the overall macroeconomics and that whole environment. So depending on what that all is and how that's going, Ethereum could slide back down before the catalyst or after the catalyst, kind of like how if you bring up Cardano, and I know Cardano is a little bit different than Ethereum, well, quite a bit different, but if you just zoom out to the weekly on Cardano, you saw this right here. This was a catalyst leading up to the smart contracts, and I would say about a week before the smart contracts, which I think was this candle, is when you started to see the selling out. So remember, people that are playing catalysts are buying the rumor and selling the news, especially given the fact that Ethereum right now doesn't even have a hard September 19th for sure date of the merger. This thing has been pushed back so many times that a lot of people don't believe it. Even people that are trading Ethereum don't necessarily believe it. They're just trying to catch the upward trend. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. If you look at TSI, the TSI on the weekly, and you just bring this up, as far as the weekly is concerned, on the TSI, this is an entry position. Now keep in mind, you have this long downward trend on the TSI. Okay, so TSI very much acts just like an RSI. It has these ups and downs, so you can track the movement. There is another one here on the upside, and now we're reversed. Okay, so when you're going on this consistent downtrend, these blue clouds that are popping up are a little bit more risky to take advantage of as far as an entry position. But with that being said, if I just move myself over for a second, on the weekly, look at how Ethereum acts on the TSI. It is very much up and down on the TSI. We've only reached the TSI this low before, which was back on January 21st, 2019. And if you just bring that up again, look, it was pretty much the low of the market. And if you bought in right there, you're sitting at about $100 is what your average cost is for Ethereum. Okay, so keep in mind, this is very oversold right now. So if you're looking at a long position, but you don't want to necessarily see red so much, leading up to that catalyst could give you a little bit more cushion. But again, keep in mind, everything still could come back down. You know, when the markets are overall in a downtrend, the news sells off very quick. All right, so we can go down to the daily here, and now you see the TSI is overextended on the daily. So as far as the TSI is concerned, we're looking for a little bit of a breather. And if you want to go long on Ethereum, you're hoping that the breather just brings you down to this 50 moving average or maybe a little bit below, but then bounces back up. And on that upside right there is where you would want to enter, and then you would want to just be cautious of this 100-day moving average. Okay, so we can go down to the hourly. The hourly was looking pretty healthy. Now, we did break through the 50-day moving average on the hourly here. But one thing you just want to keep in mind is we've done that before. We've come down, up, and then bounced all the way down on this uptrend channel right here, and then came back up, okay? So we're not in hot water as far as this trend is concerned, but keep in mind it does need a little bit of a breather on the 1 day. One last thing I want to bring up is Bitcoin, because I talked about Bitcoin on the 1 hour before with this trend. And if you remember in a previous video, I said wait until it comes back down and then come back up to take advantage of the upward side of this channel. So we're just tracking that, and we're kind of just popping in every once in a while and seeing how that's going. And we also talked about how as of late this trend has just been so narrow, so there hasn't really been much profits to be able to take advantage of on the shorter time frame as far as Bitcoin is concerned. But you can use that to reflect in other more volatile either cryptos or stocks. As of right now, I would say if you're looking at something to reflect the Bitcoin price that has a higher volatility, you want to look at something like Mara, which is a crypto mining company, or HUT. Those are two things that are going to reflect very similar to Bitcoin. All right, so that's something potentially you could look for higher volatility. When you're leading up to this Ethereum catalyst, just keep in mind that, you know, it'd be great to see this continue up, but you just have to keep in mind the overall market, the overall sentiment. You know, things are looking good right now, but as far as the Fed and interest rates and just inflation overall, not everything is in the books yet, okay? We still could potentially see huge downside on the S&P 500, and that will definitely reflect in crypto, or at least it has consistently in the past before, okay? So if you're in crypto, you're in Ethereum, watch for the September 19th date, but also watch for news. Are they going to push it back? If they push it back, you're going to definitely see Ethereum take a breather and maybe come down to a newer low. We never know. All right, so if you like this content, I appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can see all my next videos. If you like this video here today, check out my other content at the end of this video. Thank you.